Crossing from Hour, Chapter 3 for Breakout.
A couple of hours later, our castle was crowded with slimy, stingray politicians and countless amounts of security. I was told to stay in my room, which really wasn't anything new. I kind of liked it in there. Well, I used to get so lonely. That's the only thing I hated. I remember gazing out of the little circular window perched on one end of my grand room. From there I could see everything. The rushes of colour of the distant highway current, the schools of fish learning how to swim, the plain lands of yellow sand. If I looked really, really high up, I could just about see the surface and two little yellow legs of a seabird I was told to avoid. The city carried on for miles towards the dark blue of the ocean. The scatter of coral houses rested upon the flowered white sand. Our city, Britopia, was beautiful. If I really, really squinted, I could just about see the wall. And then the craziest idea came to me. I could go and save my mum. Yes, I could fit right through the crack in my window. I heard the snidey stingray arguing about anarchy and how he would come about soon. I didn't know who or what anarchy was, but I didn't want to stick around to find out. Plus, I was nearly 11. I could take care of myself. I had the perfect plan. I'd slip out my window, swim right down to the wall, cross it, grab Mum, and swim really, really fast back home without anyone noticing. I reckon I could save a day in about 5 hours. Boy, how wrong was I? And then I did something I really shouldn't have. I snuck out my room. Before you judge me, I never knew what would happen if I crossed the wall. I knew it was wrong, and I'd never do it again. I should have listened, but I didn't. I was a good swimmer. Well, duh, I'd been swimming my whole life. I was one of the fastest in my school by miles. It only took me 30 minutes to make it to the wall. It was relatively tall. The closest I'd ever been to it was when my friend dared me to touch it. I didn't make it there. The guard stopped me as I swam vigorously towards it. This time, I was closer. I could see two thin, scaly shadows of fish perched upon the green, mossy wall. It was tall, but not as big as I thought it might have been. One of the small guards whispered to another, and they both chuckled. If this was the type of security who had to protect us, it was no wonder how my mother got captured. I was hiding in a little piece of purple coral, my head buried in the sand, and I waited. I didn't have a plan. In fact, I had no idea what I was going to do, even if I did make it to the other side. All I knew is that I had to do something. The guards may have been messing about, but they could stop me. It doesn't matter. I could have probably taken them anyway. That's when I heard a little sound, a whisper that would change my life forever.